Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spot on bottom right side as magenta Chinese, we have Baldus, Maximus. On top left side as the yellow Rus, we have LucifroN, capital N. As we do have a Rus player on the field, let's get out cast vision and keep an eye out on his trade bounties. Yellow does find his horse deposit, or not horse deposit, deer deposit. And looks like he did not get one of those deer. There's other deer deposit right there, so yellow does find it immediately before magenta finds it. There's the deer deposit has not been found by magenta. Magenta does find some wolves here, and we'll find this deer next. Anyway, it looks like all the Rus food is over here. We've got deer, berries, more deer, and Pumbaa. So the Rus player has a very good expansion direction to get his food. Does pick off a wolf there. And now we'll be cleaning this other wolf as well. Magenta doesn't even take time to clean up the wolves. Most of the time we just see players contest the deer, not necessarily the wolves. And this deer has not been found by magenta, and yellow will find it as well. If he gets all of these guys, 7th, this will put him tier 2 trade bounty. And there we go, tier 2 trade bounty. So overall he's doing pretty good work. If we hear a bunch of wolf sound effects, we'll double check, see if he has 350, so because then in that case, if it kills off 2 deer, or both the boar, he will get tier 3 trade bounties. There's a wolf there, and looks like magenta will claim the wolf. And magenta has a good number of sheep still following him to glory. There you go, does take out that wolf there. We do now have the Kremlin now going on up, which will provide him some protection for stone, gold, and a little bit of wood. And now got the Batting from the Sun right there. Oh! Not every day you actually see a scout successfully block this location of the Batting from the Sun. Probably can't deploy right there, that would be a great spot there. But this will help him provide some excellent protection near the stone and gold as well as in the center of the map. And he's going to take an opportunity to try to kill off one of these villagers. He's bringing all of his scouts there. They will take a bit of time to shank a villager. They do 1 damage each. It's even taking time to bring 2 villagers up as well. They have better knives. Their knives are very sharp, hunting knives. A sharp knife is a safer knife. And he kills off a village there and denies the Bardic of the Sun. Yellow scouts can win this fight as well. They have more numbers. This yellow scout just needs to run away. Now I got the Imperial Academy deployed up there. He's going to get both Imperial Academy and the Vatican of the Sun to get the Song Dynasty for faster villager production. Sorry about that. I'm still sick. Magenta's scouts are moving around. Our Imperial Academy going on up. Wooden Fortress here will of course improve the wood generation collection rate or drop off from the lumber camp. And now we do have an early night. Since his opponent is not even advanced to the next age, he can only pull out regular spearmen at the moment. So to delay the Vatican and something like that is very, very good. Just spot the Imperial Academy going for his Imperial officials there. Scouts will spot the villagers and decides to back on off. The scouts didn't exactly push forward, and maybe the early knight could have charged on in. The scouts going to take time to start torching down the mining camp. He may have also saw the early knight there. I'm not sure if he has or hasn't seen, but here comes a charge. And he was actually tasking these guys to build a barracks there, which actually juked out the Rus player with his early knight. And he's got some spearmen as well as the hardened spearmen research. Got multiple spearmen now queued on up. No hardened spearmen research in the way. Single spearman can able keep away these scouts, and now we're going to prep the mining camp. May need to get the Biting in the Sun right there. Because this current rate needs to be very defensive. Secondary town center there. Village trying to stop them. And we've got survival techniques now being researched as well. Only went for the one early night just to provide some harassment, which kept his opponent busy being defensive. And also will prevent him from going to the Song Dynasty. Need some decent damage there on the town center. Scouts falling back now. Bruce Blair has researched wheelbarrow. And got the spearman. Does not take out one of the scouts. Pretty close though. They are hardened spearmen now, so we'll get a bit extra bonus damage. There's no more villages there. Vatican and the Sun being pulled out here. Or Barbican. I really don't know how to pronounce it. Early Night charges way forward. Does get hit there. But got a good enough spearmen to keep him at bay. And even the scout's mask can be useful just to draw some fire. Scout needs to fall back. And he's rapidly going to seize up in stone. He's telling busy. He's going to be eyeing for a secondary town center, looks like. Knows about his opponent's exit secondary town center as well.
Фаревник готов есть.
Готов, если наказы исполняйте.
And now I got the scout following him back. Scout versus scout. The sign or mission has to keep his scouts quite away. Only loses one. Spearman still trying to chase these guys around, and now do have the high trade house being blown field. Can't say that's the best spot for it. Maybe around here I could actually give you a lot because of more amount of trees there. Hard to say. It's probably giving around 150 gold per minute. Curiosity, how's this trade bounties? 310. So you can have both forward, not get him tier 3 trade bounty. We'll give him close to it.
Жаловаться нельзя. Слушаюсь. Идти надо помалу.
Scout and Knight moving around. We do now have these spearmen pursuing these forces. Sarah going up, also going to I've seized the relics. What just happened there? Did the age up make it so it had a damage display model then added? I think so. $58 trees. I really don't know the exact gold conversion rate per tree. I'm even going to need to research. My next video, since I made my how I don't like the Mongols, one thing I'm going to do next is I want to, since there's not a necessary secondary faction for all the civilizations, so I figured why not just sort of do a fan-created design, a theoretical design. Sort of fits in my alley with my Copyright 2 modding sort of style. I can't really implement it because the mod tool is even more limited than it is in Copyright 2, even though it's the same engine. But it could potentially give a good basis of reference. Got 3 barracks on being pulled on the field. He may be eyeing to transition to Mass Palace Guard with Spearmen. We do have 3 more Knights being pulled has been queued on up. He's getting close to age up, but not perfect. We do now the Ash. Oh, no, never mind. He just got it queued up in the field. I just didn't see the big pop-up there. So he is going for Astronomical Clock Tower. Not big surprise. Pumbaa is now being claimed. And there's actually a very large number of villagers here. 16 villagers. Will rapidly clean up all the food there. He may need to get another hunting cabin right there. Also provide a bit of gold with the trees.
Какой наказ есть?
Warrior Monk has claimed a relic. So far, the Roost player has claimed up 2 relics and picked up 2 more. The last relic's over here. So the Roost player may pick up every single relic, which will give him a good amount of gold income. Knight does go down. The Knight says good night forever. Knight and Archer moving around. One is now going for some Palace Guard, a good number of them. Still the Song Dynasty. I always forget the exact ordering. It's the Ming Dynasty. No, it's the Yuan Dynasty that's next, and the Yuan Dynasty will give him increased movement speed. And the Ming Dynasty will, of course, give him extra, not health, no, not damage, but health. The Ming Dynasty for the Zuzi's Legacy will give him damage. Spear Price was not successful. And the increased movement speed for the Ming Dynasty could be very useful right now. You can feel quite a bit of Palace Guards right now. Knights falling back, but this other group of Knights here who probably shouldn't push on forward. Does find a single Palace Guard there, and all these guys. I'm gonna take out these units. And now the Knights are making their way back home. A good number of Knights here. We got a number of Spearmen here, but nothing too significant. His opponent can research Boreal's Fortitude to get extra health on his Knights. Knights still trying to keep their distance. A couple of them were quite wounded, but now got a Warrior Monk here. The Knights, they want to keep their distance and get healed up by the Warrior Monk. Got a single nest of bees, Clock Tower nest of bees here. It does do some damage there. While it's not exactly a great unit versus cavalry, it does do reasonably well. And Saint's Blessing is now applied to the units, gaining a little bit extra armor damage, which could make them a bit more resilient to the Palace Guard. They have 14 damage, with the extra armor gives another 5. These units are taking a bit of damage there. They're starting to fall back now. Palace Guard do have the same attack speed as regular man-at-arms. They have the same damage as well. It's just that they don't get the... They have 1 less armor than man-at-arms. But of course their mobility is very good. Especially when you get to Yuan Dynasty. Oh, there is a number of exposed villagers and a good number of idle villagers as well. Ain't good, and these Palace Guards are trying to hit all that one. He's going to lose a good number of these villagers here. Oh, we got more villagers over here, but the deer have mostly been cleaned up as well. These Knights will get some good damage. The Roost player does have more villagers than his opponent. And there goes that Imperial official as well. Knight engaged by a 2 Palace Guard. Does finish off
Какой наказ
one.
есть?
Should be able to win out that
Готов,
fight,
если
potentially.
служите.
And now got archers push way forward. They'll get a volley on the villagers, but not enough to one-shot them. Does actually finish off 2 of them with a couple of stray arrows. And that Knight did beat those 2 Palace Guard. With 5 health remaining. He does have Warrior's Fortitude research. Now got some Roost Militia now pulled on out on the field. Trying to focus it down the nest of bees. The militia will die to dysentery in 15 seconds, so they may not be able to take out the nest of bees time, especially if he starts repairing it up. He has multiple nest of bees in the field. The militia soon be dying from a sudden heart attack. Or by rockets raining on their head. That never helps either. Sorry about that. Also, guards starting to get hit there as well. He's got a couple archers mixed or spear mixed on in. He could perhaps get some bonus damage onto them. We got right now 4 clock tower nest of bees, and also going for a regular nest of bees. He's eyeing for a heavy amount of nest of bees, hive of bees, if you want to call it. Even getting some damage onto these knights, but they still need escorts. Preparing up the nest of bees best he can. Does take up the knights. Knights getting bled off. 3. All those does lose 1 nest of bees there. Does save the other 2.
Готов, если служба, спешаю на брешь.
This is the non-clock tower variant. I got the Palace Guard and Spearman pushing way forward. Five nest of bees pushing way forward. Maybe want to go for regular horsemen to help deal with the nest of bees. Maybe want to go for more spearmen to protect this nest of bees as well. Getting some good damage there onto the archery range. More, actually another not clock tower variant being built. They have the same cost, so it's better to go for the clock tower variant rather than not clock tower variant. There's no downside. Military Academy now being researched. He definitely is mixing some more spearmen. He actually needs a lot more food. Here have not been cleaned up. Boar, so there's plenty of food there as well. He's having trouble keeping that stuff, say, alive. But from a mining camp there. His number of granaries now going up. His village not being properly tasked to build some more farms. He still actually needs more farms. More nest of bees there. The roost player, this is gone before Spring Gold, going for a 5th one now, which will make sense. Got a good number of archers here, so keeping the Palace Guard production's actually still a good idea, because the archers will counter the spearmen. But going from a mix of spear and Palace Guard still probably good help deal with the knights.
Оружие готовите, наступаем!
Sorry about that. No lumber camp there wouldn't hurt as well. You now have more melee armor, melee damage for the roost. Does actually have quite a bit of food and wood. Not a lot of gold at the moment. Couple spearmen around the edges of the map wouldn't be half bad. Got a couple battery rounds here. One's clock tower, one's not. Spring golds are being put on field. Clock tower and regular spring gold. House Guard spearmen push way forward. Nest of bees making the slow advance. The nest of bees could, yeah, they're going to charge forward, hit the spring golds themselves. Getting some good damage onto them. Battery rams drawing some fire and starting to decapture the sacred site. He's putting pause on the countdown. Knights getting ripped apart by this large number of nest of bees. That warrior monk's going to have a large amount of work in front of him to get everybody healed on up.
Двигаюсь опасно. Ожидаю средства стороны.
Magenta Springall's gonna get hit. Outpost there, apologies for spotting, and plus being on high ground, give him some extra spotting. That Nesby does quickly go on down. Second side has been decaptured. And Baron's do charge forward to draw some fire. It will allow his guys to creep his way forward with the barrage. Palace Guard and Spearman now charge the way forward. Villagers try to charge the way forward, not successfully. So we got a good number of spring golds for yellow. Magenta is out of spring golds. Down to 4 nest of bees. Getting more archers, more knights on the field. Couple more spring golds here, 1 clock tower variant. Gets some good damage there, takes out another nest of bees. Now his units are starting to overrun the spring golds themselves. Down here, got a couple knights. Magenda's doing quite good in kill value. Those nest of bees getting some massive damage on those knights. Doesn't have a warrior monk over here. At least he has 1 warrior monk somewhere on the field for healing. Oscar trying to set these knights. That's a couple of spring golds there. And a good number of villagers just went down there to nest the bees. Palace Guard trying to overrun these spring golds. At this point in time, he does have a good number of villagers. Maybe a good idea to go past the Song Dynasty. Palace Guard still trying to focus down those spring golds. If he takes out the spring golds, he can keep his nest of bees alive better. Right now, both military forces are quite small, so good number of nest of bees on the field, and going for an 8th one. 3 and soon to be 4 our clock tower. We got a good number of spring golds deployed on out by the roofs. And going for 4 more. He's like, okay, I'm just done fighting these nest of bees. Just go mass spring golds. There's a spring gold placement in this outpost, as well as being fortified. Veterans charging way forward. Spring gold does get overwhelmed by the nest of bees. Nest of bees getting hit by the spring golds. Charging way forward, nest of bees gets a volley onto the archers, getting some good splash damage. Since it does have good tracking, it's able to pursue the units that are falling back. You can't dodge all those barrages. Knight does go down there, but his force here is starting to get overwhelmed. Yeah, it does start falling that back. The keep here could be very, very good. Kremlin has to consume all of his charges of militia. Has 20 militia right there. And the militia getting annihilated by the nest of bees. Holy crap. That's campaign level annihilation. High armory now being deployed on out. The Kremlin will go down, but it has consumed pretty much all of its charges. And it says the charge is still counting. I wonder if it actually builds charges. Let's keep an eye on it. One of those things I've probably seen before, I just can't remember. Now I've got Tideborn and rolling. Oh, he definitely needs to increase range and attacks on his spring golds. Oh boy. Going for the archer research as well. One very far from aging up. Maybe the Great Gatehouse and Summer Map would be very useful. Oh, Spirit Way wouldn't be half bad for the amount of Palace Guards deployed on the field as well. Fire Lancers, if he goes for the new one, Dynasty, wouldn't be half bad either. As Archer's starting to get engaged, Spring Guards engaging the Spring Guards. He does not have increased range, and of course has gone for high armory, so his siege weapons can be cheaper built around the high armory. Additionally, he can have access to unique research to make a little extra range out of his Spring Guards as well. Sorry. Knights getting some good hits there onto those villagers. Now go for the elite man-at-arms research as well. Probably not a good idea to go for Schultz if there's many Nessa bees nearby. Elite man-at-arms will offer a bit more bulk, as well as going for elite army tactics. So honestly, going for more horsemen probably would be better. And it looks like the Kremlin does not gain charges, though the recruiting militia does still count, but I don't see increased charges. Good damage. Oh, all those archers got annihilated by the Nessa bees. Yep, no additional charge there. Yeah, this is just, with this many Nessa bees, you're fighting against campaign level siege weapons, which they're in the campaign is pretty overpowered. Though luckily the Abbasid campaign from the Sultan's campaign does at least make it so more scale to a multiplayer. Last stone has now been claimed. We got currently a good number of Nessa bees there. 7, 1 Spring Gold, 2 Spring Golds in the field, going for our 8th and 9th Nessa bees. It's not aging up anytime soon, has plenty of gold, needs a lot more food, however. Trebuchet, counterweight Trebuchet, not Clock Tower counterweight Trebuchet. Needs some damage. Of course, got another Chinese keep here. Battering ram push away forward. Clock tower battering ram. This force push away forward, but they need to do scanner formation. They will get annihilated by the Nessa bees. They need to get one volley off to annihilate the formation. So he does have. Oh, some of these main arms literally have 0 health. At least the one I've selected. So he has fractional health. Spring Golds doing a good job taking those Spring Golds. Agenda position starting to disintegrate. Seeing a Palace Guard engaging these villagers. The villagers will be shanking him. He does not have textiles. Now the rest of these villagers may go down to these spearmen. He does now have enough resources to age up. The Great Gatehouse may not be a possibility unless we put in a bit more reserves, say, right there. Maybe better go for Spirit Way at the moment. Villagers don't want to be playing with wood at the moment. Villagers trying to push way forward to torch down the outpost. And this outpost or mining camp will not be set ablaze there. Does get us a partial volley there. Bombards push forward. Now got the Great Gatehouse. And blow it out. Not sure where. Oh, way back there. That's not a good spot. Might as well go for Spirit Way back there. It'll help him protect his granaries, that's for sure. But I don't think that's a good spot. He has quite a bit of resources as well, so could sort of eyeing building him up more military units. Spearmen charging him way forward. Maybe eyeing for mass hand cannoneers at this point in time. Yeah, I think he's saving up for mass hand cannoneers. Does get his age up. But for spring golds. Gotta get the sun going on down. Great gatehouse will help protect this grain. And he's not queuing up anything. There's some Palace Guard there. Going for some elite Palace Guard research. More range armor, going zone range spring gold upgrade. And there's just too many spring golds for magenta to use his SBs anymore. Running with some granaries. Still not utilizing his research. Okay, he is spending all of his gold. I think he spent it on most of his research. Which is nice and all, but he needed military units first. Palace Guard push forward. We could really use the UN dynasty as well, but Chelsea will be able to report the Palace Guard as they advance, especially in small numbers. Great Gatehouse gains good damage here. Spring Gull staying the bombard, and Magenta is back to the game now. This ad grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay.